Flying here, for the most part, is more challenging in the actual mission area, particularly low level, low light level, low altitude flying in the combat environment. Obviously, the training is very similar to that, minus bad guys actually trying to do something against you. Because of our stealth, probably one of our biggest issues is either the other aircraft we're flying with or the terrain features, which are always present in our training flying anyway. So I think that prepares us for combat. Even it's just one more factor. It's probably not a deciding factor. So in comparison to everything I've done, I think the only thing that comes close to that level is night shipboard landings on a small deck on a dark night when you have a high sea state. That's about the only time we come close to the high-end level of the turf environment. And I'd say those are pretty comparable. You're close to 100%, if not at 105%.
My fondest memories would be being the officer in charge of the Australia deck. It was a great detachment for us professionally, and then it was also a deck that offered an opportunity to show off what U.S. Navy forces had to offer. And then deploying in March of '03 over to Kuwait and Baghdad, probably the highlight of my career. This is the best flying there is. It's the most demanding flying in the U.S. Navy today, and I would say without a doubt it's probably the most fun and it's the most rewarding. Again, because of the people we work with, the caliber of the aviators that we fly with here, the experience of the aviators here. It's just been an amazing experience. None finer.
The FLIR that night had a tendency of moving around, and Commander Nordhill was on the FLIR, and I was sitting right behind him. And as things started getting hot in the cabin, we were moving around a lot. Mr. Nordhill looked outside and then looked up, and the FLIR had shifted. I guess I was just in the right place, right time kind of thing, and I shot my finger in there and just started giving them directions non-verbally which way to send the FLIR to. So he's like, "Great, Danielson, keep that going." And it was always fun flying with Nordo because 2003 we flew together, and we had a really good respect and camaraderie, and it was, even though things happened like this, we knew we could rebound. And this is where CRM, Crew Resource Management, really came to life in the cockpit. Because Mr. Nordhill had enough confidence in myself and the crew to let me go with it. I popped in with clear text. I broke in and said, "Troy, you see these certain aspects. I think there was a reservoir there, and there was a palm tree, and there was a little saddle where this guy had his gun mount set up." And he rogered in on all of that, and Mr. Nordhill gave him the fire. And long story short, SOF team moved in, and they confirmed that Troy had to confirm out of that.
Something I remember my whole life is that the first det going into Kuwait. I think that's a vivid memory. I wouldn't say it's favorite, but the first det, it was interesting. It was a big growth experience. It was a lot of fun.
Attention, on site. Alarm, red. Alarm, red. Bunkers, now. Bunkers, now. Mop, 4. Mop, 4. I say again. Alarm, red. Alarm, red. Bunkers. Now.
These mist-covered mountains are home now for me, but my home is the lowlands, and always will be. Someday you'll return to your valleys and your farms, and you'll no longer burn to be brothers in arms. Through these fields of destruction, baptisms of fire, I've witnessed your suffering as the battle reached high, and though it hurt me so bad, in the fear and alarm, you did not desert me, my brothers in arms. There's so many different worlds, so many different suns, and we have just one world, but we live in different ones. Now the sun's gone to hell, and the moon's riding high. Let me bid you farewell. Every man has to die, but it's written in the starlight, in every line in your palm. We're fools to make war on our brothers in arms.
so funny because I'm going to go over to VR-57. I'm going to go be a conquistador. I'm going to be proud of it. But that Firehawk spirit's always going to be in my heart, and those guys are always going to be around. You know, there's still Seawolves. They get together and have their reunions and, you know, love seeing each other, and it's the same thing that's going to happen here, man. 20 years from now, I know I'm going to be seeing Snacks and Ingalls and, you know, some of those guys and Kloss and Walden, and they'll all be showing up, and we'll all be doing an aircrew trip or whatever, and everybody will start breaking out the war stories. Stenny, here you go. 20 years from now, Stenny's going to be showing this videotape of us again, of me sitting here going, remember 20 years ago when we sat here and we did this? So, yeah, you know, this stuff will be around until we all, you know, grow old, die, move on, whatever.
There's gotta be a record of you someplace. You gotta be on somebody's books. They'll load out a picture of your face, your injured looks, the sacred and profane, pleasure and the pain, yeah. Somewhere your fingerprints remain concrete, and it's your face I'm looking for on every street. Lady killer, regulation tattoo, silver spurs on his heels. What can I tell you as I'm standing next to you? She threw herself under my wheels. It's a dangerous road and a hazardous load, and the fireworks over liberty explode in the heat. And it's your face I'm looking for on every street. Three-chord symphony crashes into space. The moon is hanging upside down. I don't know why it is I'm still on the case. It's a ravenous town. You still refuse to be traced. Seemed to me such a waste.